Totally Baseless.
Hey, it's Totally Baseless. My name's John, and with us is a guy who the North Koreans are aiming at when they fire all those missiles. Steve, welcome to the podcast.
I'm under attack, John. Always under attack. Save me.
Yeah, and a guy who's upset that they have a class on Taylor Swift because he really wants a degree in the Kardashians. Dave, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, I'm Bippy Kardashian.
Yeah.
I want that Kardashian money.
And a guy who Zelensky says could take on the Russians all on his own. Dan, Fearsome Dan, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, I've seen many a Chuck Norris movie. I'm ready.
Ah, you sound like a meme. All right, let's get to the trivia question. I don't know if you're going to get this. Pretty tough this time. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery and was ratified at the end of 1865. What was the last state to ratify the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery? And bonus point for the year. Not Texas.
I'm going to say it was not a great state. That's a fairly good assumption.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to go wild and say Alabama.
Close. Very close.
Mississippi.
Mississippi, right next door.
There you go.
Yeah, and can you guess? Give me a year that they ratified the 13th Amendment. They finally
2022.
They finally decided, hey, maybe this slavery thing isn't a good idea.
Trick question. They haven't.
Ooh.
You know what? No,
It's still on the docket.
They did get around to it finally.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it was in the 20th century.
Yes, yeah, you got it down to 100 years.
Wow. Jeez, that's all I got. Give me 19. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. I think you're right, Dave.
What?
I'm going to go with 1965.
No, later than that.
Holy shit.
Damn, and I was just kidding when I said 2022. But
And before
1980.
2022.
Yeah, 1980.
After 1980.
Fuck. 1999.
Before 1999.
Oh my man, talk about sore losers.
Way to go, Mississippi.
That's really hanging on there, huh?
Yeah.
That's like hoping for a comeback. What are you doing?
Yeah, they finally
It's
ratified.
their heritage, Danny. It's their heritage.
They finally ratified in 1995 the 13th Amendment.
A little late to the party.
Well, they were late. Kentucky ratified in 1976
Jesus.
to celebrate the bicentennial, I guess.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we bought all these fireworks. We want to really spread it out.
Yep. All right, way to go there, Mississippi.
Mississippi, it's time.
Yeah.
Always in last in every
All
category.
right, let's get in. Well, there's a country that's a bit worse than Mississippi, actually. Well, as hard as it is to believe, and that's North Korea, who has been sending a fleet of balloons, more than 260 of them, some of them with little poopies in them. So if you thought politics couldn't get any worse in the U.S., at least we're not flinging crap at each other.
Well, in their defense, at least,
Yes, I want to hear this.
In North Korea's defense.
In North Korea's defense, the South Koreans have been bombarded them with, USB drives and pamphlets and K-pop. That's pretty bad.
It's equal, right?
It's
justified.
equal.
Yeah, it evens
It's a
out.
different kind of shit.
Yeah, K-pop and real life shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much equal.
I
Pick
just
your
love how this
poison.
thing reads like a prank war. Like, right?
Yeah.
Like they're trying to.
Yeah, this is the more upscale version of throwing a bag of fiery poop on someone's doorstep, right?
Right?
Well, it's pretty literally that, yeah.
Yeah, it's state sanctioned. Like Kim Il-jung saw Can't Buy Me Love and was like, I have an idea.
You shit on my house? You shit on my house?
You shit on my DMZ? I can't believe you shit on my DMZ.
I am curious. So I wonder whether they've actually, because have either of you been to the DMZ ever in near Seoul? No, it's
No.
as the name implies. I actually as opposed to the name, it's actually heavily
Military.
militarized. A lot of military in that area.
The
And I wonder if
heaviest,
they actually
the densest minefield in the world, right?
exactly. And I'm wondering whether like somebody actually shot it down and like just got a big splash of poo.
Yeah, right. I love that the North Koreans, though, they're gifts of sincerity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Free speech. Free speech.
We sincerely hate you.
Our speech just happens to stink.
Whose job is that? It'd be like, hey, can you poop in a balloon, please? Or even better, can you scoop it up and put it in a balloon?
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah, is there a special branch of the military that's dedicated to that in North Korea?
Their psyops guys are like, I didn't sign up for this.
Sir, this isn't what we meant when we had some ideas for psychological warfare.
I wonder if any of it is directly coming from Kim Jong-un, the North Korean dictator's actual butt.
His
I don't think he
private
has one
reserve.
though. Does he
Oh,
have
that's
one?
right. Yeah.
Does he even poop?
Oh,
Wow.
that's right. Your leader
is-
doesn't have poop.
Yeah.
At least
Dear
according to the movie, The Interview.
Which is a solid documentary.
I believe so.
I like when the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the military have to respond to this.
They have to put out a press release and like a briefing and
It smelled weird. Please don't go near it. If you see it, they aren't really gifts of sincerity.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
talk about a euphemism. Oh, I had some bad tacos last night. Gotta give you some gifts of sincerity.
Keep it classy, North Korea.
Yeah, there you go.
Could it
There you
also be
go.
that they're all out of anything else though? They're like,
Yeah, exactly. They're like, we don't got any missiles. I mean, we have missiles, but we just can't shoot them over because we have no
Yeah.
fuel. We have,
go to plan B or plan 2, as we call it.
next
Two.
thing
Or maybe Dave Matthews is touring Korea by plane now.
All right, you got your little bite in there, Dan. But let's move on to a country that smells quite a bit better than North Korea. France is actually coming out with a baguette-scented postage stamp in honor of Saint Honoré, the patron saint of bakers and pastry chefs. Now, this is a much more productive thing to focus on.
It's better than poop.
yeah.
I am curious though, like how has scratch and sniff technology progressed so much that you can actually recreate a baguette? Because it would just smell like fake grape whenever I did it.
as long as the North Koreans don't put out a commemorative stamp of what they did, it's all good.
Commemorate the Great Balloon Offensive of 2024.
We got a scratch and sniff stamp. But the description that they had for that, I mean, they really like their baguettes, man. That
They
description
do.
was
Yeah.
But isn't that the most French thing ever, right? They could have just said, hey, we love baguettes. We're honoring the patron saint of bakers. No, they put out this thesis on the history of bread in
Yeah.
France.
on the cultural significance of the
Yeah.
baguette.
It fucking tastes good. Leave it at that. Come on.
It smells delicious. So I've got a question for you guys. If you were to make a scratch and sniff post office for the US, what would it smell like?
Victory. Napalm.
America. It smells like victory.
Right.
French fries, McDonald's French fries. That'd be a good one.
Ooh.
Or
The
freedom
old school,
fry.
the old school
Oh.
ones with the beef tallow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that were really good tasting, but really bad for you.
Yes.
That's how the world works.
It just smelled like lard, right?
Just-
give the French their baguettes. Give us our lard.
we just want lard.
We put that in everything. That makes everything taste
In
good.
order of the patron saint of heart attacks.
Of fat asses.
The picture of Wilfred Brimley, and it smells like lard.
I wonder if high fructose corn syrup has a smell, because that's what I think it would smell
Oh
like.
man, yeah.
Possibly the emergency room.
Smells like dead people.
But right, that's France, right? They get fresh bread, we get high fructose corn syrup.
And I mean, and they're proud of their fresh bread too.
Yeah.
They love their baguettes. Yeah.
At least they didn't do it about like a scratch and sniff of the French person, not a French man or a French
Oh,
woman, right? 'Cause
man.
that
Oh,
would be
God.
really
Yeah, at least they didn't do escargot or
Yeah.
veal brains or
Or
something.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cigarettes and Kafka or something.
Yeah. It's clove, cigarettes, and wine.
These are just like Galois
Yeah,
cigarettes.
and mid 20th century existentialism and cigarettes. How does that
Yeah.
smell? Like desperation. What?
Yeah.
Jean-Luc Godard.
There you go.
Yeah. Smells like the
smells
French
the-
New Wave.
Yeah.
It smells like the bank of the Seine.
Yeah. At low tide.
Or like North Korean.
Yeah, well, I take French chefs over North Korean chefs any day of the week. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
At least you have something
Yeah.
to work with,
Yeah.
Well, how many ways can you prepare gruel? It's
and probably has a lot less microplastics in it, I would guess. Who knows?
Oh man.
But a recent study has found that you can't get away from it. Microplastics have been found in human testicles and might be linked to declining sperm counts in men. Did I have to say in men? I guess that's
Could be in
And-
dogs.
And people
Yeah.
born as males.
in human.
How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually pretty gross. It reminds me
Yes.
of, so apparently they're unable to study what it's like to have a testicle free of plastic because they cannot find a control group, meaning that they can't find anybody who does not have at least a bit of plastic in their testicles.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that fact.
Your baby, it comes out like a Barbie doll.
I'm like a superhero. I'm Plastic
Mr.
Man.
Fantastic.
Exactly. Plastic Man, Mr. Fantastic. Watch what my nuts can do.
They were just ahead of the curve, is what it turns out.
Way ahead. And then they stretch back.
These guys were visionaries.
So bouncy.
I just think this
It's like a
article's-
ball. It's like a bouncing rubber ball.
It's Super Balls. Maybe that's what it is. It's just an experience to create the ultimate Super Ball.
Exactly. Have a girl kick you in the nuts. I bet you it won't hurt. You got so much microplastics in there.
Ooh.
Do your worst. It's mostly microplastics.
I don't know.
I mean, of all
I
the-
thought you said you had a micro something.
Right?
I
I
mean,
said plastics, baby. I said plastics.
it goes with the set.
Ah.
It goes with the set. Yeah, I'd
Ooh.
hate to be the guy who actually had to get the samples. That's not a good
Yeah.
job to land.
That's a pretty terrible job. Yeah. Also, whose idea was it to say, "Hey, let's go check some random dude's testicles and see what we can find in there"? Who devised this study?
I'll test them.
More
Yeah.
important,
Go ahead.
testing the dogs.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to, that's what I was about to say.
Right.
There were also dogs being tested. Who's the poor guy that has to do that?
And why was that decided to be an important part of the test?
I mean,
Yes. Yeah, Steve, why did you include the dogs?
Why didn't I include dogs? Yeah. Ooh.
But it's your dog.
balls are
So-
balls.
So how are we getting? Is it like I tend to actually to microwave stuff in either a glass bowl, but I'm also kind of lazy and just put it in whatever in a plastic container. It's not just from food and water and just nuking stuff that you shouldn't be nuking, like no Chinese takeout containers for soup.
I guess, but they said they also got it from the PVC. So like all your all the new drainage pipes are made of PVC now.
Ah.
So the water runs through that. You know, even the water going to your faucets are going. So you're getting water already contaminated with PVC, I guess.
All right, we just got rid of the asbestos.
Yeah.
Right? Damn it, who would have thought?
No, PVC is the material of the future. It's perfectly fine. Ah,
You can
shit.
heat it up, pour water through it, it's awesome.
Ah,
Is it
shit.
better than lead pipes though? I don't know.
Pick your poison, right?
Literally.
Internal.
To have some mental issues or yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it hasn't
What?
said that
Do I
there's
really
that
need
many.
do I really need more mental issues?
Well, with lead pipes, right? You got kids with mental disorders and all that stuff. With the PVC and all those microplastics, you don't have kids at all. So,
So,
what do you
know.
want? It's like, what do you want? You want your kids being a little dumb, or you want your no kids at all?
Or maybe superheroes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did we think that?
Well, I think we've had this effect for a while now because we have a lot of idiots out there, especially in the robbery capital of the United States, Oakland, California.
Woohoo!
where
Is that really the case?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Not for violent crimes. That's in Memphis. Aggravated assault is Memphis, Tennessee. But
How
if you
about
just
Worcester?
want someone to break in and just walk away without hurting you, then you want to go to Oakland, where a taco truck was stolen. But fortunately, the thief was caught. A 51-year-old woman was found inside, still eating the tacos in there, and apparently didn't notice the police cruiser rolling right up front.
I wonder if this happened on a Tuesday, because that actually would make sense.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
Tuesday
2
robbery.
for 1, right?
Taco
Tuesday.
truck Tuesday.
She decided
Taco
to
truck
take the whole
Tuesday, yeah.
truck. Yeah, she decided to take the whole truck.
So say I get crazy stupid. I go and steal
Well, let's go.
a taco truck.
Let's really try to imagine that now.
Let's try to imagine that. Yeah, it's gonna be a leap of faith.
Yeah,
But say-
leap of
Sorry.
Say that I
imagination.
get even more stupid and I steal a taco truck. Do I actually make tacos or just start eating like meat and cilantro and tortillas
Right.
and random shit?
You
Do
gotta
I
put
actually
it
like
together.
prepare stuff?
Yeah, that's a good question because it doesn't say. Did she like take the time? You know what? I'm just
Yeah.
gonna.
I'm gonna make myself some
That-
tacos, or
that'd be
were they
funny
already prepared?
If they found the truck because the smoke was coming out the top.
she set up shop right there. Except instead of
Right.
selling them, she was just eating them.
Yeah, how high was this lady?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. What was she on?
Well, because they said she was felt. She took the time to put on an apron. It's like
I mean, if you're gonna do it right,
If you're gonna do it right.
do it
Yeah.
right.
If you do
Exactly.
it right, yeah.
I may be a thief, but I'm not a slob.
Yeah.
Are
She
you
said
kidding
with
this-
half a taco in her mouth.
Yeah.
Squeezing a lime into a taco.
Yeah, yeah.
you know, I don't. There's health codes, right?
Yeah. Does she like wearing a hairnet and gloves on and everything?
Yeah, she washed her hands. She did everything. Did all the prep work.
Each
I
of
made
the
my
police
criminal
officers, the arresting police officers, got carnitas and a grilled chicken taco each
Mm.
before they arrested her.
I'll have
I mean,
the number 2.
you're already there.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
out
yeah.
with your hands up and with the number 2.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
up with your hands up with a taco in each hand.
And that'll be some carne asada to go, please.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, she's already got the apron on, might as well.
Might as well.
The body cam showed them wiping their mouths as they arrested her.
Food crimes division. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'd like to
be
be
a crime.
reassigned, sir.
It'd be a crime not to eat these tacos.
That's yeah.
There was no evidence of the crime after all.
Yeah.
We
They're
there's no
like-
evidence left.
They let her go, right? They
have to let
let
her
her go afterward. They all walked off with a happy meal and a
Nope, no crime here after
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, yeah. What taco?
We recovered a trip, but sadly, no tacos were recovered.
That's
Our
like the joke
mistake-
about the we found the if you lost $500 with a rubber band around it, we found the rubber band.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was no crime here. We don't know what happened, but there's your truck.
Yep, and that's
Empty.
how justice goes down in Oakland. All right, Jeff.
One taco at a time.
One taco at a time. Yeah, yeah. Please be careful with where you park your taco truck. That's for sure. Please tune in next week. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
See you later.
Oh, this thing's so